Introducing Woody Harding's patented Plowrake.
What you're looking at is the business end of Woody Harding's Plowrake. This is the third generation and 2 years in the making of an innovative tool that's going to revolutionize landscaping as we know it. Hi, I'm Leo Petri, and I'm here to tell you about the Plowrake. What makes the Plowrake so innovative and so ingenious is the rotating claw that reaches down and grabs soil, gravel, you name it, it does it. The plow portion is nothing new. You could push snow, push rocks, push dirt, but backblading is inefficient and it's time-consuming. That's where the tines of the Plowrake come in. They bring it down, and you throw your truck, your tractor in reverse, and you rake back. Throw it back into drive, and you drive forward, plowing, reversing, and raking. This thing goes up and down with the greatest of ease. Well, the Plowrake has done a massive amount of work here, and Bill, the property owner, is putting some final touches on. Now, Bill, how many yards of loam was out there?
Yeah, when we first started out, right in front of this rock, there's about 16 yards of loam out there.
That's right. It was right in front, and you can see it all dissipated into the contours of the landscape. And this is only the beginning. You can see this mound is now being moved into place. There's the rake portion going down into position and bringing back a lot of topsoil with it. It's being raked out in a nice, even stroke. And if you'll notice, there's no crew out here. There's not 2 or 3 laborers helping out. Basically, it's Woody doing all of the moving of the soil, and this is just a normal landscaper's truck. Nothing special about it. Now, Woody is actually doing the final contours, the raking of the yard, and as you can see, as he rakes backwards, he gets rid of the tire tracks and all of the markings. And this yard will look great for rolling and planting. And just a matter of an hour and a half, possibly, of work time, and this is pretty much done. How long do you think it would be if you were out here in a wheelbarrow and a shovel?
It would have taken me at least a couple of weeks there with a 2 cubic foot wheelbarrow, with a spade shovel and distributing it throughout the yard here. It would have been at least 2 weeks. And we did this in probably about an hour and a half. I'm very satisfied. I'm ready to plant grass seed tonight. Probably about another 2 hours. We're putting some grass seed down, roll it out. I'm getting this job done on a weekend, which it would have taken me 2 weeks to do this.
There you go.
I don't have time. I work 6 days a week. I'm happy.
Well, it's been 5 weeks since the Plowrake pushed around all the dirt in the yard, and there is the yard. And this was seeded. This was not sodded or anything like that, and there's the landmark rock. And let's see what Woody has to say about how the Plowrake functioned.
I was pleased that it got through 16 yards of really wet pond loam, in that it functioned in adverse conditions and got the job done.
We're in front of Tony's Auto and Trailer Repair, and part of Tony's business is selling tractors. And today, we're going to have Tony operate the Plowrake for the very first time. The reason Tony will be a good subject to try out the Plowrake for the first time is because he's familiar with tractors and all the accompanying equipment, such as York rakes and tillers and the like, that the Plowrake is in competition with. So, Tony, are you ready to put the Plowrake through its paces?
I believe so. The controls seem very easy to figure out.
All right. Raising the plow, lowering the tines, getting full flush to the ground. An effective raking backwards that you cannot accomplish with a plow blade and back raking. How did you like using it? What can you say about it so far?
So far, it really is easy to use. It's just about as easy to use as a snowplow.
And now he's going back into the woods and doing some other grading. And he's getting the hang of this very quickly, just raising and lowering and working the tines of the Plowrake, grading the soil back, making a nice even surface, getting a lot of soil, and he has control on this that he would not have with a blade alone. You've utilized the Plowrake for about, I'd say, 20 minutes or the such, and you've graded out this piece of land so you could drive a regular vehicle on it. Doesn't have to be four-wheel drive or anything. What do you think about how the Plowrake worked, the feel of it, and what it did?
I am impressed with how easy it was to use. You're using simple plow controls to operate a rake and a snowplow. The plow did a good job of leveling, and the rake did the final touches. It looked like it took up all the rocks and all the imperfections that were left by the blade. So I really couldn't ask for more than this. I am impressed with how it's performing. Very easy to use. It's digging down. It's just doing a lot more than I thought. I feel like I'm using a tractor, not a truck.
Would you like to have one for yourself?
Oh yeah, I would definitely buy one of these.
What type of jobs do you foresee possibly doing with something like this?
Well, this is really ideal for a gentleman or anybody who has, say, processed driveways, who would have a snowplow on their vehicle and need to, fluff up the driveway at the end of a long winter. Anybody doing any kind of landscaping work, you can bring half the equipment with you to any job.
As you can see, he's pulling back a lot of material and not backblading it. He's raking it back and smoothing out the surface to make it a driveway that you don't need an all-wheel drive vehicle to go up.
And he can regulate how much dirt he wants to bring back. He has control that backblading just cannot accomplish. He raises the plow and lowers the tine and rakes. Again, backblading is very inefficient. You have no control, and the Plowrake does exactly what it needs to do, and that is rake the material back and leave a nice graded surface in quick back and forth motions. You don't have to turn the truck around. You don't have to add another piece of equipment. It does the job so efficiently, so quickly. You're going to save time, you're going to save money, you're going to save effort. And that means a better job all the way around. Already that stump right there, that stump hole right there is gone, and you've got a level playing field to start laying grass. Here the plow is doing a great job at pushing things, but that's only a small part of the job. This is the part of the job that's never been truly accomplished before with any other device. It's hydraulically driven, adapts to any snow plow type of control system,
and is easily put on any vehicle that would normally be used for plowing or snow plowing. And here the Plowrake is pulling everything back and leaving in its wake a nice smooth surface. This is something manual laborers would have to come in and do, or if you had a tractor and a York rake, you could also do it that way. But the Plowrake eliminates manual laborers. The Plowrake eliminates a York rake on the back of a tractor. All of this is being done by one piece of equipment on a normal truck. Nothing like this has ever been brought to the forefront yet. Until this point, you couldn't do this. Seems amazing, but it's the truth. There's never been a piece of equipment quite like the Plowrake. And this piece of equipment is made for work. Ripping, grabbing, tearing, dragging. I'll give you an idea of how much material the Plowrake can bring back. Those are powerful tines, shaped just perfectly for the job. But the real machinery is the ability to clamshell down. Nothing like that has ever been done before. So innovative, so easy. Anyone can get behind the wheel of this plow and, using a very simple plow control, maneuver the Plowrake. All it is throwing it in reverse, adjusting the plow tines, and doing what you need to do. While the Plowrake has a little more work to do, this has been a phenomenal job in a very short period of time. But let's get the words of the owner of the property.
Good morning. My name is John Duguay. I work for the town of Hamden Public Works. I contracted Woody to come out here and take stumps out of my yard. He said he wanted to show me a piece that he made. In no time flat, he was out here with this machine and leveled the yard. I have minimum cleanup to do here afterwards before I start seeding. The speed of this machine and the job it did saves me many, many hours of working in my yard. Obviously, by looking at this area that he did within about 15 minutes, it minimizes my time drastically on what I have to do.
Boy, I'm watching what you're doing, and it's terrific. It's leveling this humps and bumps right out, and plus the little stones and gravels and roots. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job.
As you can see, the grass is coming up nicely, and the Plowrake did a fantastic job of grading, smoothing, and preparing this soil for planting. It's a very nice job the Plowrake did in a very, very short period of time.